Welcome in, guys. It's DJ Jams to Feeding the Ducks.
Feed the Ducks.
You don't know that's the name of the song that we play every
Yes, it is.
Farm Sim show now, it seems like.
Shim
I didn't
Show.
think that would be a show or a part of the show ever, but I guess it's a thing.
It's unfortunately part of the thing. Welcome to the Farm Sim Show, everybody. We're back for the first time in 3 weeks.
It's been a bit.
Yeah, it's weird. 2 weeks ago, we just said, no, I don't want to do it. And
Well, to be fair, I was like literally getting on a plane to leave right afterwards. So
yeah,
I mean, I partially want to blame myself. I was willing to do it, but I think it was not going to work out so well. So anyways, I've been gone for a couple of weeks. I took some vacay time.
Yep. And then last week you went to see some subscribers in Orlando.
Well, we were down there for 11 days, I think, total, by the like flight down and back and then everything. If you guys are watching anyone that I ran into down there, I ran into 4 people that recognized me down in Florida. Mrs. Clutch and the Clutch Wings were a little bit blown away. I'm not going to lie, you guys.
Didn't you say that your kids were like, why are you so, or how are you so popular? Or Dad, you're so popular.
Well, Mrs. Clutch was laughing and smiling the whole time. She was just laughing at me. She's like, I don't understand how this is such a thing. The eldest Clutchling, she was she's an aspiring YouTuber. She wants everything. She wants a YouTube channel so bad. I'm not letting her touch one yet, but soon maybe. But her jaw was on the floor basically. That some people approached me and were like, hey, you're Clutch. And got to meet some people and hang out and just chat for a couple minutes here and there. And she was just kind of blown away by it all. She's like, I didn't think that was a thing. I didn't know that anyone would meet you, recognize you.
And
somebody actually ran into me at Kennedy Space Center and recognized my voice, he said, which kind of boggles my mind. I don't know.
Can you imagine being somewhere where they shoot rockets off? I mean, like, is that Clutch?
Anyways, if I met you down in Florida, thanks for stopping by and making my fam's day because they were blown away by it. So cheers to you guys.
And thanks for making me get some serious FOMO by letting me know in the comment section of my videos this week.
Even better. I love that. You can let DJ know all the time. Make fun of DJ for me. I love that.
You guys suck. Today we have a lot to talk about. It's been a little bit since we did the Farm Sim show, so we're not going to review anything that happened before this week other than one thing, but you don't even know about it.
We were talking about this in the pre-stream, guys. Clutch is going to be reacting to DJ's Farm Sim show today because like I usually don't have a clue what's going on this week. This is literally the 3rd time my PC's been on, and I have no idea what's going on in the world of Farm Sim right now.
Well, you know what they say, make sure your notification bells are on as well. That way you never miss anything going on in the world of Farming Simulator.
Oh, is that a thing we do? Do you do that? Notification?
Well, I mean, it's not a we thing. It's more of like a me thing. But like, you can be involved if you want to. Okay. Can you imagine me doing the outro of a news video and then all of a sudden just Clutch walks by?
Is it weird? I always get notifications for DjGoHam's videos, but I always swipe. It's like an automatic reaction for me right now. I don't know what it is. Like, especially this week, it's been like, clear. It's a swipe right, but it's totally different.
We don't play the game, by the way.
We definitely don't play the game. Not today. Well, maybe you know what could happen soon. I mean, we're a month out from Farm Sim 23.
Yes,
hey,
we
Dave,
are.
What's going on, brother?
Good to see you. Also, Dave, I noticed today that you are a booster person in my Discord. The little pink triangle, the boost thing. I didn't know that. So you're awesome. Thank you. We actually have a bunch to talk about. So Farm Sim 23 cinematic trailer was released this week. So we're going to take a look at the horror story that was the board chicken. We got some fact sheets to take a look at from today as well. Farm Sim magazine is out. We'll talk about it. Pumps and Hoses DLC is getting an update, and the Gravell DLC keeps getting an update on Steam DB like every 2 days, and I don't know what's going on. But somebody's got to know, right?
Has anything been released on the update though, or is it just gets updated on the back end, right?
Yeah, it's the test branch. So I don't know. As far as some modern stuff, we're going to talk about Agritaldo Silverado 3500, which has been getting a lot of questions. 82 Studios got a DTU. I'll tell you what that means later on.
Please tell me, because I have no idea. I see this in the notes, and I'm like, I looked at that. I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I know DJ. It's 82 Studios, so DJ is going to tell us about it.
I wrote about what it was, but I deleted it just to make you say that right there. EY Modding's got his John Deere 4020 pulling tractor, and it's got a new name. Well, it's got like 7 names. Lazy Boys American Falls, a whole bunch of information for that. And Schultz Modding has taken what he's learned with cattle and turned it into pigs. Plus, we'll talk about the top mods of the week, and the top crossplay of the mod of the week is one of my Discord members. So
there you go.
Very cool. Their first mod on Mod Hub as well.
I mean, there's been a lot of stuff to talk about this week, that's for sure, as far as mods goes. And we're even skipping past the last 2 weeks. So sorry if you had a mod released in the last 2 weeks. Our bad.
Yeah, our bad. Clutch, if I was a viewer of the show right now, but I wanted to know where to watch, what would you tell them?
I'd probably say you're probably doing it right now.
There you go. What if they weren't watching, but they were asking you in, I don't know, Kennedy Space Center?
Oh, okay. In the Space Center? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like if I was at the Kennedy Space Center right now and you were right there and I was like, oh my gosh, Clutch Simulations, no way, videos, oh my gosh.
Well, I would say you already know where to watch, obviously, then. So,
man, it's in the notes.
I don't know if you want to, how long you want to play this through.
Say what's in the notes.
I'm ignoring everything you're saying right now. Today we are on my channel, of course. Next week you'll be able to find it on DjGoHam's YouTube channel. You can find links down, probably not in the description today, but anyways, I was definitely lazy and did not do the description properly, but you know where his channel is. You can also find us on Twitch, on my Twitch, and you can find us on both of our Facebook channels. If you're happen to watching over there, say, DJ, what do you say?
What I did?
There we go. That's what I thought. What's going on, bro? That's all I got for you. Of course, we're on podcast format as well. If you are looking for the version where you don't have to look at our ugly faces, you can just go onto your favorite podcast format. Favelet? I don't know what a favelet is.
I believe Virtual Farmer has a series about that. Hey, speaking of, there is Virtual Farmer's in here. He had a great interview with Kermit from Giant Software this past week. Did like a 3-hour live stream on YouTube showing off this community multiplayer. And I'm happy to announce that Omatana is going to be the next spotlight next week. So super excited about that.
Sweet. Yes, go check those out. Yeah. And make sure you guys subscribe to that channel because they always just do various people from the community. I know it's a different channel now. Yep. And some people kind of missed out on that, I think.
Yep. So earlier we were talking about a beat.
Okay.
And I said that I was going to go over there and get my drumsticks.
Did you do it?
I didn't, but I did do this.
Huge shouty outy goes out to today's sponsor, G-Portal Game Servers. They promised to pay me in chicken nuggies for this. Did you know that G-Portal has the fastest game servers? And in fact, you can choose from a whole plethora of locations so you get the fastest speeds. Plethora. I like that word. G-Portal Game Servers is also the easiest way to get you and your friends together in one game, regardless of which platform you play on. If it's Xbox, PlayStation, PC, any of you can all play together. And don't worry, you still get to play with all your mods. In fact, you can get 25 gigabytes of mod space on a G-Portal Game Server. And even with all that, you're getting the fastest server, some of the most amount of mod space out there. I'm going to give you 10% off with a link down in the description. And believe me, that's like the best deal out there. You're not getting that just anywhere. In fact, I've looked, guys, and believe me, I'm looking for the best price if I have to pay to hang out with these two jabronis. And just remember, guys, G-Portal Game Servers, they're faster than DjGoHam going off topic. We may herd cats here, but we herd our livestock over on G-Portal Game Servers. Make sure you get your 10% off. Link in the description.
Get them in the description. Yeah. I brought my drum pad over. I got bored. I've been sitting here playing. Just been chilling out. Yeah.
Might be eating nuggies right now.
Yeah, it's okay. Mine should be here in about 15 minutes. Let's. I'm gonna put this down because my ADHD is gonna take over. What do you want to start with?
There is one thing that I did keep track of, or I did see this last week, and that was, of course, the cinematic trailer. So
yeah, the horror story that was being that poor chicken.
What was with that? Where did that come from?
I don't know. Should we show it, or should we do something with it?
We can talk over it while it's playing, I'm sure, right?
We can do that. I probably yeah, I mean I do. Yeah. I didn't have anything prepared, but I do have it.
Once again, much is not prepared.
Let's see. Let me pull this up right here.
Off topic already, VF. That's what we do around here. My nuggies, they are just standard McDonald's nuggies today. No, nothing special.
Standard off topic chicken nuggies.
Nuggies. Hey, Joe, good to see you, brother. Thanks for the welcome back, brother.
All right, so this this was a thing, a real thing that happened this week. By the way,
this caught me so off guard.
Man, I tell you what, like, it's super cool. When I saw this, I was like, oh, sweet. They're using, it's really similar stuff to Farming Simulator 22. It's going to tie in somehow. No, It's a lazy dad who let his power go out and his daughter tried to kill a chicken. I do like it, though. I do. Look, there it is. There they are. They're gone. Ah! And he's just chilling.
They are loving the cinematic stuff, right? Like after the last one, I don't know who's got it, but they've got definitely have something going on for doing these cinematic videos. Now, the problem I have with this though is that it feels a little bit I don't know, clickbaity at times.
A little detached from what is actually in the game.
Well, I think I messaged you. What did I message you? It's like hashtag thunderstorms are in Farm Sim 23.
Oh yeah, I remember. Right? I think I commented back. No, that's not what it means. It's not what it means. We do have a write up. We're gonna read out for you. We'll look through it one more time. I think the important thing here is to realize that these equipments, the 5S right there, that's coming to Farming Simulator 23, but we already knew that. Chickens are the new animal being added to Farm Sim 23, but we already knew that. And it really doesn't teach us anything else other than you can use your iPad when the power goes out.
and tornadoes are in Farm Sim 23, right?
Nope.
No? Okay.
Nope.
Are you sure?
Nope.
I don't know. It looked like there was.
There was not. It's only in the video.
I do remember when the same cinematic trailer launched for Farm Sim 22, and we dissected the crap out of that by looking at all the windows in the truck. And
so wrong. We were so wrong. I don't even try anymore. So cinematic trailer out now, Farm Sim 23. If you are interested in the trailer, of course, we got to see the same actors as the FS22 cinematic trailer, which is really neat. With bad weather and chickens run all over the place. Do keep in mind, disclaimer: none of that was actual gameplay footage, nor will it represent the gameplay that you should expect to experience. It's not going to look like this, but in general, Farm Sim trailers like this, you kind of take them with a bit of a grain of salt, slightly. They're meant to be cool, fun videos that pop up before the game starts on your device. Is it a neat video to play before the game? Sure. Absolutely. I'm
actually kind of partial, though, I have to admit, to Farm Sim 19's intro video for some reason.
Good.
I don't know why.
It's a very good one. Well, because John Deere was in there. I mean, come on, man.
That was the start of it. There was something about that one. There was more. I think I like that one better personally. That's just me, though. I don't know.
It was very cool. Very cool indeed.
I was off when that dropped, though. It seems a little dark for a Farm Sim.
It was good.
We're not even close to Halloween Giants. It feels like a Halloween trailer almost.
It was good. That's why I pointed out. I was like, what would the game be like if it was a Farm Sim horror game? Kind of neat. I don't know. We also we got some fact sheets today as well. Yes, we did. Did you see this? You heard about this?
Yeah, I heard a little bit about this. I heard a tiny little bit about this.
Just a little bit, just every bit, a little bit. The 4755, it is coming back. Same specs that you would expect to see in Farming Simulator 22. Yeah. We got the same thing there.
Not a surprise there, I don't think, by anyone for anyone, right?
Nope. And we got to see a cultivator disc thing. What do you call those?
Say that again. Try it again. Try it.
This right here, the mocktail.
There we go.
Yeah.
Thanks, you're doing great.
Appreciate you. Again, all the specs that you would expect to see, but it is cool. We've got a classic John Deere in the game, and we've got a Kinsey being there as well. One neat thing, if you ever want to just like see everything that's been announced so far, go to farming-simulator.com. Go to the top 2 games, and then click the Nintendo Switch thing right here. Farm Sim 23 will pop up. Yeah, and you'll be able to see quite literally everything. So like this morning, the 4755 was not there. It is now there. So
there's not much else hidden on there, is there?
There's
nothing in like the coming soon. There's one, but
yeah.
For Farm Sim 22, they did a lot more of like coming soon type things. I seem to remember.
Well, we also had 5 times the amount of equipment being in the game as well.
This is true, but I'm just I just remember looking through that list back in Farm Sim 22, and it just seemed like there was a lot. They were more proactive at putting things as coming soon rather than. I think now they're just kind of populating it as it gets announced.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right, fam. You're right.
Yeah. Anyways.
What if I told you that K-Bot got removed from a magazine that he was never even in to begin with?
That doesn't make any sense then.
Well, then we must have a clickbait title for the stream today, because the first edition of the Farming Simulator magazine is here on Wednesday. It dropped. Unlike many things similar to this, you can buy this no matter where you are, and you can use your creator's code for this.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, they didn't tell partners that, but I figured it out.
That's awesome. I haven't looked at that yet. I saw the announcement for it. I'm like, a Farming Sim magazine? What?
Yeah. You can find.
I'm assuming it's just a one-off, right?
Listen to this. Man, if only you would have watched my news video on Wednesday. You can find it around Europe, and then you can pick it up as a PDF download on the Farm Sim website for about $4, which I've done. It's the same price online as it is in person. Pretty cool stuff in there, including an interview. You get an influencer spotlight with German YouTuber Ansgar. Got to meet him last year for the first time. And a section about mods, and 82 Studios mod made it in there. It was pretty cool. Because it's a purchase item, I have stayed away from showing it. I don't want to get in trouble. I do know that there was one group that was sharing it on a certain website. Yeah. And it was DMCA'd, so...
Oh, really? Oh, boy.
Yeah. And also at the top, it says April 2023, but Giants do say the second issue will be releasing later this year in summer.
So it sounds like a quarterly type of thing they're planning on doing. Interesting.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm trying to figure out the logic, like how this is all going to work out. Like,
it was unfortunate that all of the information in there was old, minus a few of the interviews. And it was 52 pages.
It's a big magazine.
It's a slightly large magazine, yes.
I might have to go look through it at some point now. I have to figure out how to get my hands on that. That's hilarious. So, all right, perfect.
So, and yeah, check it out. If you're like me and you're like, it says Farm Sim on it, I have to have it. Then yeah, go for it. Absolutely,
so you got to order it from Europe somehow.
Well, I mean, yeah, we got the PDF, but waiting on a couple people. I've asked, hey, if you see it, pick me a couple up. You want one, always get two.
Yeah, exactly. Ship overseas. It's an interesting marketing. I don't know. I don't even know what it is though. Like it seems strange to me. It's such an old media nowadays to go to magazine format. I'm a little confused by it, I have to say.
Yeah. It is what it is. If you like magazines and if you like Farm Sim, it's definitely something you want to have to your collection.
I get that. I'm not denying that at all. I just find it bizarre, the time and effort spent on stuff like that. I think there's lots of cool little niche things to fill out. Like for like my studio, I've got all sorts of Farm Sim stuff sitting around it in here, and to have another thing like that would be cool. But at the same time, like just how much time and effort do they put into some of these projects? It's weird to me. That's all. You don't hear of many other game developers doing that kind of thing. So maybe it works out for them. I don't know yet.
Yeah, we'll see. It may turn into something crazy, and it may turn into nothing. I have no idea. We will find out. Yeah. We got a DLC update happening. Not only a DLC, third-party DLC, getting an update, new stuff. We never had this before. Pumps
No,
and
it's just
hoses.
the hoses themselves, right?
Yeah, we're getting some new. We're getting some new stuff. We're getting new hoses. We're getting a new trailer. We're getting the new stuff.
New stuff.
New stuff.
Tell me more, DJ. What the new stuff?
Oh man, let me tell you. You give me just a moment, man.
I mean, I think
in a little bit.
I do really
There
like the
we
pumps and
go.
hoses DLC. I think it's probably because of the price tag on it and the fact it wasn't in the year one pass. I think there's a lot of people that are missing out on that one.
Definitely
it's a tough one to push in a way to say, oh, this is great and it's cool. I'm glad we're getting an update to it. And I understand why a lot of people might not have it though, unfortunately.
Yep. So one of the neat things with this is we're gonna have a disconnect button. So you can click on something and disconnect it from that specific set, and you can reassign it to a different set. So if you accidentally put them too close, they also say how close they are together. So now you can
effect, right? This is the one thing I saw on the Facebook page. I was like, okay, that's actually pretty helpful because I put it outside that once or twice. I'm like, why is this not working?
But the thing that everybody sees here is this circle, but I also noticed this circle up here, which I'm not sure what that circle's for. We'll find out.
Yeah.
And then Golmer and Hummel. Totally didn't have to say that 20 times in the recording. They do all kinds of hoses for water hoses, agriculture, stuff like that.
Yep.
And we're going to be using them for poo. So
Interesting. So we still have the Lizard brand hoses, or are they just going to replace them?
Yeah, no, they're as far as I could tell, they're just making additions.
Okay.
So that because I know that one thing, especially with what Giants do, is you should never have to sell anything, and you should never have to start over anything. You should never lose anything after a game update, and DLCs are going to be the same way here. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Like the hoses look interesting if we go back to the hoses, but is that just it? Like it's kind of funny. It's like, okay, so the pallet you get them on, they have a little stamp on them. Is there anything different with the hoses? I wonder at all.
I wonder if maybe the connections are, I don't want to say different, but maybe you can look and be like, oh yeah, that's definitely a Golmer and Hummel hose.
Interesting.
I don't know.
It just kind of made me laugh a little bit when I saw it. I'm like, oh, okay, so you're gonna see it on the pallet for the one time when you have it stored as a pallet, but that's really it for this one part of the brand. Interesting nonetheless.
And then a couple more goodies right through here. We get another tanker, and we'll have a way station.
Way scale.
Yeah.
There is only the one scale right now in base game, I think, right?
Yeah, and then I think there's a mod or two as well. So anyway, so the official information is soon the Pumps and Hoses DLC will be getting an update. We'll be getting new equipment, new features, and it will also include new brand Golmer and Hummel. We'll get better at saying that.
You're doing great.
Manufacture hoses for different applications, one of which being umbilical systems, like the DLC has. Additionally, the DLC update will be able to decouple buildings from biogas plants, or biomass plants, rather. Now you can remove one and add them to a different one. And the radius is now shown as well and displayed in the construction menu when you've got your buildings.
Could be the storage radius. Schultz thinking that outside layer may be the storage radius, which is possible.
Could be. It's a good idea.
Oh, anyways, that's cool. It's nice to see this getting an update. There's not, for considering it is a little bit more expensive than the other ones, I'm glad to see we're getting more content with it, and they're not just kind of written it off and moved on to something else. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of my favorite DLCs. I use the. It's funny. I thought I would not use the BGA, but I would use the hoses for everything. And I rarely use the hoses, but I use the BGAs for everything.
Well, I think especially for North American style farming, if you're doing most of that, I don't know how many people do a lot of manure and slurry spraying. It seems like that's something we just kind of, at least in most of my playthroughs, I always end up forgetting about it and not doing it. I don't know why. It's just not something I ever did, I guess. So
yeah, I don't use what you call it? I don't use slurry, but I
you go through manure so fast too, usually, right? So it's just so difficult. If you want to do a big field, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I think that I accidentally used the wrong. Yeah, I accidentally have the wrong link for the group file DLC, and my mod video just popped up. So I'm just gonna do this the old fashioned way, like I pull up what you call it, all the stuff from
DB.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know about this. So this is all news to me, the fact that they're updating this.
This is tinfoil hat. Like, something's got to be going on because all this stuff is starting to get updates more and more.
Yeah.
Gurval pack 2 days ago. Normally this stuff like goes for months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Gurval DLC 2 days ago. Every 2 to 3 days it gets an update. Anyway, see, year 2 sees the best 29 days ago. That's very normal. Porsche 4 months. Volvo 4 months. Volvo LM 2 days ago. Aero Graveliner 7 days ago. Pumps and Hoses 7 days ago. Platinum 2 months. Vermeer 2 months. Super normal. Kubota 10 days ago. HEI 3 days ago.
Is there something that needs to be updated before? I don't know. Like,
something's going on, and I need to know.
Everything's getting updated right now. That's all, and they're getting. I don't know. Well, we'll have to wait and see, I guess. But I mean, we don't even have do we have release dates on anything else coming up? Like, there's nothing right now, right?
We don't know. Like, there is no NDA stuff. There is nothing. We don't know anything.
Huh. And there's nothing even on this list that's like kind of a hidden, like we don't know what this could possibly be. Like what because there was something on there. What was it before?
It was just unknown
there was like an unknown pack of some sort that was listed back like 3 months ago, right?
Yeah, but that was the Gurval DLC.
Yeah, but we didn't know what it was then.
Yeah. But there's nothing here.
Weird, man. So
anyway, I've been posting updates on this weekly because it's been happening for 2 weeks in a row now that I've noticed this, and I noticed it for like another week or two before that. So I look at it every day, like, all right, something's going on here.
Something gets updated to Steam for some reason.
Yeah,
there hasn't been any updates that I've seen even being gone for 2 weeks. Firing up farms, I didn't have any updates to do.
Yeah,
so very strange. I mean, whatever. They got to be getting ready to announce what the next DLC is going to be pretty soon at some point, I would think. Of course, they're usually like a month out. Of course, I'm sure they're focused on FS23 right now as well.
Yep, and we just had Gurval a month ago.
Yeah.
So we probably got another month to go, maybe. But we
it'll be after FS23, right? Right?
It would. It would have to be. So we wouldn't know in a month. So it would have to be in.
It's not gonna be till like June or July. We're gonna get the next DLC.
But that would only be the second one. The what?
When did Kubota drop? What month was that? Was that July? I can't remember now.
YouTube Kubota.
Only I could remember when I was down in Kansas.
Kubota mods released in Kubota DLC. Everything you need to know. Now Kubota DLC. June 27th.
Interesting. So late June, early July, should probably, I would guess then, right?
Yeah.
That's by the way, conflict with FS23 though.
All right, but we have 5 DLCs this year. 4 DLCs and a game expansion. So
that's a good point. So they've got to push it out pretty quick then.
Yeah, gonna have to. Anyway, yeah, there's no like, I don't know if it's tinfoil hat or like, I don't know what's going on, but there's facts. So there's just no solution. Anyway, I'm freaking out. What if I were to tell you that a modder made sup Kermit, glad you're in here now and not earlier. Good to see you, man. Don't rewind. Agritono literally just like flipped the world on its head. It literally went like, world, people, got him.
Would have nothing to do with the truck, right?
Nope. Definitely has nothing to do with the truck that we're looking at right now.
No, not at all.
I have specific information that I have to read because this includes everything you need to know.
Okay.
Agritono have shared these screenshots showing off their next truck mod for all platforms. That's just Chevrolet right there. You see it. For all platforms, the Silverado 3500. They say that the modeling's done and now all they need to do is get it mapped and put it in the game. They will share the exact same beds as the F350 with similar options, but some new options as well. Agritono have said that it will be rebranded as Lizard for consoles, but will remain a Chevrolet for PC. The F350 started the same way as a Ford, and then they modeled it after a Lizard. But they also said that Ford would be coming to PC, and it never did. So that is the information we have here. And I bring this I bring this up because the Farm Sim News video I did on this did really well. So people are probably curious about this.
It looks amazing from the renders he's got right here. We'll see. I'm sure in game it's going to be just as good as well, but I'm curious to see how the branding works when it comes to platform. That's for sure.
Yep.
So we never did get the forward version, right? And even for PC players. So looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Trucker Matsy, get out of here.
Never heard of Trucker Matsy. Who is this guy?
Yeah, he seems like the Wish version of something, but I can't just quite put my finger on it. Their show last week was awesome, by the way. I had such a good time. Next up, we're moving along. I tell you what, it's kind of fun when you don't know anything because there's no discussion.
I got nothing. I don't know where I'm at. I could be just sitting there sleeping right now, to be honest. Just trying to figure out. You know what? This is all news to me as well, so it's all good to know what I want to watch out for.
Next up, 82 Studio.
I mean, we can't go a show without talking about David, I don't think, right?
I forgot all of his picture. I forgot all of his screenshots are blurred out everywhere, so I'll just show this one right here. Oh, bam! And I need my script, so I got to bring it over here. Now, where is it? There it is. Found it. So 82 Studio went live on Wednesday. He showed off more of his TLX DTU, aka the detachable towing unit. Bet you didn't guess that one, did you?
Not.
Yep. During his live stream, he spent a lot of time modeling and working on the options for this. It's going to have all kinds of different stuff. It'll have like a skeleton version, and then of course you've got the boxes on the side and a couple other bits and bobs as well. It hooks up via fifth wheel to basically any semi-truck in the game, turning it into a TLX racket.
That's crazy.
It's a very cool idea, and super excited to see the progress on it. His next live stream should be tonight.
Should be like right after the show usually. I'm curious to see how what he's going to do with that, because his work with his winches has got so good. There's so much fun to mess around with.
It is. Yeah, so. His work is slightly terrifying. We can watch a little bit of his live stream from the other day. Here you can see the skeleton version of it without any customization options or anything. There'll be a place where you can level it out, so it'll actually look the way it's supposed to. Of course, you got your fifth wheel on there, and then the that piece. Whatever that is.
Is he wearing? He's wearing your shirt.
He's wearing my shirt. Yeah, I bought 3 of them when I was a DJ, and I gave him one because I'm not a DJ anymore. And yes, it fits him better than it fits me. I know we're wearing the same shirt right now. Leave me alone. You know, it fit me that good when I bought it.
Did you guys just switch shirts? Is that what you're saying?
No. Yes, he sent it all the way from South America. Anyway, so it's a very cool piece, and it's really neat. It's just different. Everybody
we knew he was working on the Wreck-It, or so he was planning some variation of the Wreck-It again. I wasn't expecting this.
Oh, he's doing the Wreck-It too.
Okay. Is he still doing the Wreck-It as well? Okay.
Yeah, he's doing the Wreck-It. He's doing the Rescue It, whatever he calls that, the one with the crane.
Yeah.
Let's call it the Rescue It. And he also had another mod that was in testing, and I can't remember what it was, but I made fun of him because it had a really long name and I didn't like it. I'm sure I'll recognize it again. Anyway, 82 Studio is doing some really cool stuff. You guys know I love him, so you're definitely going to see his stuff here on the channel. Sorry.
Yeah. At least one thumbnail per week. At least.
It's not like that anymore.
No, it definitely is.
It's they're in quadrants now.
Okay, do we need to go back and look at your channel?
No.
That's what I thought.
There is a whole Reddit page. I don't know how it's done. I haven't looked at it in 2 years. Yeah, they get on to me. Moving on. Speaking of getting on to me, I am loving some of the new names. That is the wrong thing. I ain't gonna talk about that. We're talking about this.
There you go.
John Deere 420 pulling tractor. You know, if you take that 0 out, it says 420, which was yesterday.
Really?
Just saying.
Really?
I'm just saying. Anyway, so this has some different names. Let me read you names.
Okay, go through them.
The Corn Puller. Money Pit.
Yeah. Yep.
Deer Drag. Deer Express.
You missed the first one. That's the best one of them.
No. I've got more.
Okay.
Count Dragula.
No, keep going up.
And I got one more. The Diesel Chugging Deer.
There you go.
Which is going to be the name that I use. So, I mean, it's cool. He's shown it off. There's going to be customizations for using this in the field as a regular tractor. And there's also going to be plenty of customization options that work with, I believe it's Dom's towing mod or tractor pull mod.
The tractor pull stuff.
He's basically made it to work exactly with that. Everything works with it, which is nice, but this, like, everything lines up perfectly too. Kind of cool.
That's I mean, you're definitely pushing into some new areas into farm sim that we haven't really looked at before, especially I mean, console version 100%, but even for PC version, there was never anything quite like, there wasn't really a big push in this direction. So it's kind of cool to see this.
It's awesome, and he's making it for all platforms as well. Since Giants have kind of loosened up the, what can come to Mod Hub as long as it works. Is that the current Giants philosophy? As long as it works? I don't think that's exactly their words, but
Kermit, is that the new policy? As long as it works.
Do not tell Marcel I said that out loud.
I think you guys should put that on the box cover. I think that should be on the new mods in the Mod Hub, as long as it works.
DjGoHam quoted. Gosh. I have some good news about a map that a lot of people have been curious about. Good news.
I've been actually following this one. This is one thing I actually did kind of keep track on a little bit.
So, good news. We're going to talk about the mud system. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know. Well, I knew you were going to talk about that because that's something you knew I was going to be super excited about.
Oh, yeah. So Lancey Boy, did I show the thing? Right. I did. Lancey Boy's got a big update on American Falls map saying that the models on the map are now completed. He's made almost all the models, I believe.
Yep.
Which is great. Project's taken well over a year, longer than any other project that he's done to date, which is really cool. He says now it's time to start cleaning up the XML files and get it ready for Mod Hub testing for all platforms. We also got word that there will be a special PC-only version of this map. He's going to be announcing the PDA of that later, but we don't know anything about the features. One thing that we do know about is he's also adding, let me go down a little bit. Just a little bit. He's also adding some features to this map to make it more challenging than just starting off with farm equipment and going from there. He's making it to where some of these are like, yeah, that's in every game, but we'll read them anyway. Having to buy your own farm by doing contracts to make the money.
Yep.
Okay. BGA has to be purchased. You won't own it.
Okay.
All animals and productions have to be purchased, which they do now anyway, or at least the land on them does. Yep. All gates at some sell points have opening and closing hours, like in real life.
Like that.
Yeah. Let's move on. I'm getting tired of those. Where's some more pictures? Here's some more pictures. The main roads will be clear of snow in the wintertime. However, the country lanes will have to be plowed.
I'm curious to see what some of the contracts he makes in this. If you put a bit of a focus on contracts, it does make it more interesting, I guess, to give you an option of putting some different style of contracts into it, I guess.
Yep. Man, we're only 40 minutes in. I'm already yawning. And of course, all the land will have to be purchased. Basically, survival mode. The thing is, there's ways to do all of that without needing to get too wild into the map. You just sell your vehicles, sell off the land, you use Yoast modding, start from zero mod, or lease stuff till you're out of money, like Mr. Silly P does. But what do you think about having those things as part of the map? VF, also, you just went live on Twitch. Get out of here.
You get out of here.
He's still hanging out like he's not live streaming.
I love the idea of just making the map so it's eligible to start from scratch if you want to do it that way. That's a nice way of doing things. I know it seems to be a more of a common thing to do nowadays. It seems like it's kind of like the current meta almost for farm sim for a lot of people is the start from scratch stuff. I mean, I've done more than my share of series on that already. I'm sure most of us have now.
Yep.
But I love being able to just do that and then seeing what the modder creates to give you, because you have to put like a bit of a spin on it a little bit here and there, right? And we'll see what Lancey does with it. I'm curious to see, and I think you're going to see more than a few of us playing that map for sure. I can't wait to give it a shot, so I think you guys will be excited for it as well.
It is definitely cool. I just got an update. Lane said DoorDash is still preparing my order. Figured as much.
You may get an after show then. You're gonna have like you can sit there and you can watch Virtual Farmer stream and eat your nuggies. It'll be good.
Be honest with you, my seventh favorite thing to do is watch Virtual Farmer while I eat my nuggies.
Seventh favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, now we gotta know, chat. I'm putting you on the spot right now.
Okay.
What's top 6 then?
All right. Number 6. It's actually just watching without eating. Eating gets in the way. Okay. So it's just, I like watching him, but only, I prefer him on YouTube, but he can do his Twitch thing. It's cool. He's killing it.
You call that as a separate thing?
I mean, when you have food versus when you don't have food is separate things. And yes, I know that's not what you meant, but that is what I said.
Okay. Let's go with that. Number 5 then.
All right. Number 5 is eating while I talk to Virtual Farmer in real life, which I have done a few times.
All right.
I'm good at that. Right. I'm actually really good at that.
That explains the food on your microphone.
Yep.
Made you look. Number 4?
Number 4, talking to him in person without eating.
Okay.
Food gets in the way. Yep. Number 3, watching him play video games in real life that are Farming Simulator and try and teach people how to play Farming Simulator in real life while talking to people.
Okay. And number 2?
Number 2, none of that. Just like take everything I just said and just like none of it, but just like put VF in the padded room.
Oh, I thought you made that for me. Huh.
I mean, why do you think it was already finished by the time you got here? I never finished anything on time.
That's a good point. Mm-hmm. All right. And lastly, what's your favorite thing to do?
To be in a live stream while Virtual Farmer gets real uncomfortable.
All right. Perfect.
Yeah.
It's weird that you wrote that all in the script.
Killing me, man. What are you doing? Oh.
And DJ's broken. All right. Should we move on to our last piece of news there? Modding news?
I'm not sure you want to use that hashtag.
Things to do with VF.
Oh, speaking of, did you see the funny time zone thing I put at the top of the?
I definitely did, and I was going to make mention of it maybe later, but maybe not.
I think probably should have done that during the member stream earlier.
Probably should have done that in the member stream. I agree.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm missing a picture here. Here we go.
No, you found it?
Yep. Actually, our last top topic of the day with the topic that is right here.
It's a thing.
Yep.
I can't read it, but it's there.
Yep. I gotta. Bam! Nope, that's not it.
That's definitely not it.
That is.
There you go. You found it.
I found it. What it did was what I found it. Schultz Modding has announced his next mod is a modular pig pen similar to his buildable feedlot and hold 1,000 pigs. Has decoration hog hut, so you can put down wherever you want. Perfect. Decoration water in the middle, right? And then you got a fence with posts from Elk Mountain Modding.
That's cool. I love when modders come together and I was going to say elaborate.
Finish the sentence. All right, well, I'm going to pick back up where you left off. This mod will allow you to build and customize your own pig pen and make it look however you want, just like his other mod. I'm really excited about this one, and if the popularity of his buildable feedlot is anything to go off of, I think this is going to be epic. Also, thanks to Schultz for sending over the screenshot to show you guys early.
It looks fantastic. I love these modular type stuff that he's been kind of one of the ones to kind of start this off for sure, but
yeah,
collaborating with other modders is pretty cool to get a custom look to these things as well, and it kind of looks similar to some other mods you might be using at the same time.
Yeah, I'm gonna put one of these right beside my cattle farm, or put like one way and then one like 90 degrees the other way, and like watch the pigs going inside it. Okay, I'm gonna stop. What?
You're gonna be creating a new food type?
Oh gosh, I saw a meme about this the other day. What was it? That's how you do bacon cheeseburgers.
Okay.
It was a different. The picture was much different than what you would see in Farm Sim. Let's move on.
It's still
rated PG for pretty good, and I stand for that.
Kind of the same.
Good. Let's move on. This is the thing. Let's just go from there.
I didn't say anything. Where was your list on there? I didn't see it. You must have deleted that. Weird.
What?
The VF list got deleted off that screenshot you just took there, huh? Weird.
I just, I feel like people don't need to see things that they don't need to want to see.
You sure they don't want to see it though?
Man, you got to be careful about. Nope. Let's just move on. Let's just move on. So that is all the top stories. That is all the modern news, and that is everything going on with Farming Simulator. At least the big stuff that you may have seen already, but we want to make sure that you really have to see it.
I hadn't seen a lot of it, to be perfectly honest. So you've caught me back up at least. What did I miss the week before, though? You want to start with that?
Go to farmsimnews.com.
Shameless plug.
And just go back and double check your dates. That'll show you everything that you need to see. Now, speaking of things that you need to see, we actually got a couple cool people in chat with us today. We got Tony's in here hanging out. 4B. We also got let's see who else is sponsored by G Portal. Virtual Farmer is in here as well. Faber Farming. G Portal sponsor right there. And of course Tony. I mean, I think I said Tony, but we got.
Said Tony twice now.
Said Tony twice now. Well, he's good enough.
He's worth two times the fun.
2 times the fun.
2 times Tony. And that's what I say all the time.
And yep, I've heard you say that just now. And there's other stuff that I can say too.
Yeah.
Thank you to G Portal for sponsoring this episode of the Farm Sim Show podcast. They host premium game servers for Farming Simulator 22 that work on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Clutch and I have both been working with them for the past few years, and they have hosted our public and private game servers ever since. If you're looking for an easy way to play multiplayer with your friends, this is the best way to do it. G Portal servers allow you to have full control over your game, what mods are installed, permissions, and the game can be available 24/7. For Farm Sim 22, they've got a few different server options from 4 players all the way up to 16, and you can get an extra 25 gigabyte of mod space. Choose between 9 different server locations around the world to host your game, and you're ready to go. If you're interested in grabbing a game server for you and your friends, use the link for Clutch or myself at the top of the description and get 10% off all G Portal game servers right now. Again, thank you to G Portal for sponsoring this episode of the Farm Sim Show podcast. Yeah.
Good thing you cut me off there. I managed to power down a Boston cream donut that whole time.
You're good at that. We have some top mods of the week.
How many are we talking here?
At least 5 to start with, and we'll go from there.
Okay, I don't know any of these.
Good. I'll teach you. Nope, didn't word that right.
Teach me on everything you know. DjGoHam.
Appreciate you, man. Let's start off with the top 5 mods of the week for all platforms. Man, none of that felt good. That was really awkward. I guess it's supposed to be. Let's start here. So the quick bail from Mark Thor, aka one of our Discord members, he released this week. Not only that, it's dude's first mod of the week, 4.8 stars, 129 votes. So it must be pretty good, right? And the answer is yes, it is. So it's the quick bail. It's the fast bail, the bike and fast bail. Yep. It will make 125, 150, 180 centimeter round bail. So to make the big ones, you've got 104 body color choices, 103 rim colors, and 42 wrap color choices. What? Absolutely ridiculous. It's got a silage tank on there as well, which is super cute. And then you've also got all kinds of branded liveries on there. Now you can see here we have Case IH, John Deere, Krone, Vineland, Agco's down there, and then you got more on the other side as well. Viking, New Holland, Lizard, Massive Ferguson. There's just so much cool stuff to it.
I did not know that you could do the different bail sizes. I saw this in the Mod Hub when I first just fired up Mod Hub just like 2 days ago. I'm like, oh, this looks cool. Download this. I haven't tried it yet.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you could do the different bail sizes. That's kind of a nice little add-on, little add-on.
Little Adarooski.
little Adarooski.
Little Adachacho.
Ali Adagatko? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, Mr. Roboto. You get it. Anyway, cool mod. These are definitely mods that you should check out if you haven't downloaded any of these yet. Very cool, super cool. Just be careful. Oh yeah, and there's a Giant software version as well. It's got the
really? There's a Giant branded one. It's Tony's fan. That's cool.
Slight pandering, I think, but hey, if it works, it works.
There's not like a DjGoHam brand one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't think they would let that through. Nonetheless, super cool mod. really cool. I think we've got a couple mods of this baler now, and this one just went to kind of the rest of them a little bit, but only because it does 180 and you've got all the literally.
It's nice to have the options, that's for sure, because you don't usually get that.
You don't normally get that. Next, let me tell you something else you don't normally get. A camper with off-road tires that has hydraulics and is 100,000 liter auto load.
Bizarre.
Now, if I were to tell you that Dom made this, would you be surprised?
Not at all.
Yeah, look at that toothpaste tractor rims. I see you, bruh. I see you. I know what's going on. So this is real interesting. I'm just going to read you all of it. It's a small trailer that can be set up for hauling pallets or objects, or you can add an interior to it and do camping roleplay. You can actually get inside of it and like enter it like a vehicle. Fully animated suspension. They do say that it could be hard to handle with small vehicles. No kidding.
100,000 liters, right?
Yeah, built-in pump for hauling any liquid in the game, regular or XL version with all kinds of stuff. You can also get water from natural resources, take them feed them to your animals, anything like that. Multiple tire options that match the Lizard XJ, and boy, do they match well. Base design, wheel colors. You've also got nitro blue and toothpaste tractor in there, adjustable suspension height, and additional auto load for pallets.
Interesting.
He's just chilling. I love this. We saw this back right. I think it was in November. It was the first time that we saw this, and it's taken
the first screenshot of it. But yeah, it's been a long
taken
time.
That long to get here.
We knew about this before the XJ, right? For the G.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and now the XJ's gotten what, 2 updates? One update?
Something like that. At least 2.
It's very cool. Another one of those things that I think that give it a try. It may not match the way that your gameplay style works, but it's definitely worth trying out. I think it's very cool. It was a silly video. Leave me alone, Dale.
It's the same vein as like 82 Studios, right? He did one left for Farm Sim 19, and we've got something different now for 22. I like it.
Yes, we do. Moving on, number 3, the John Deere 6M Large Series from DB Modding. Now, I got to be honest with you guys.
Yeah.
When I first saw this, I was like, "Oh, another
John Deere,
another John Deere." However, my community seems to be very excited about this. Not
Really?
only that, the comments of this video were overwhelmingly positive for a lot of people saying that they've been waiting on this model specifically.
Okay.
So that's why it's in here, because I don't know anything about this.
What's the difference between this model and even base game then?
Great, man, you're so good at questions. I should hire you to be a professional question asker.
That's what I do.
You're so good. Yeah, I don't know, but a lot of people were really happy to see this. So here you go. Hopefully this will put it in front of even more people to be excited about it.
Interesting. I was hoping you had more of a story than that, to be honest.
It's nice.
I mean, I've got it downloaded. I haven't played with it yet, to be honest. But it's
the modder's real good at making John Deere tractors.
It's just once this one, I thought this was just like almost like very similar to the base game one. That's all. I looked at it, I'm like, huh, all right, I got another one of these now.
Let's go.
Oh, all right,
rock and roll, baby.
What the differences are? I mean, obviously there's some window openings and stuff. Is there IC control on this one?
Man, you
don't know, yeah? Okay.
Mouse control. So I don't think.
All right, there you
I
go.
don't think so.
Open rear windows, open my mouse control. Fair enough. Okay, I'm gonna have to mess with this a little bit. Looks good.
Number 4.
Are we talking about VF again? No. Okay.
Yeah, this came out today. The Lizard Apache Fleetside 1958 Farm Central Soul. Yet again, another truck that I think we've known about this for a couple of weeks at this point, but we just kind of announced it, and then that was it, and then now it's here. So
I love the fact we're getting all these trucks in Farm Sim 22 for all platforms.
How cool is it? But we got
Awesome.
the low rider.
Finally, it's if it works, it's in the mod hub now, right? New slogan.
Yeah. Hey, how do you get a mod? No, I'm not gonna say that out loud. I really don't want anybody to quote me. Monday morning rolls around. Hey, so I was watching DjGoHam stream on Friday night, and I got a new quote for Mod Hub.
If it works, it's in.
Yeah, that's the moment that Mark said. Marcel wrote me off as a friend. Anyway, super cool. Very awesome. Check it out. It's on the thumbnail today. And it has underglow. It doesn't make the ground glow though. It's just like an LED ring. It's like the first time I tried to do underglow on my one of my first cars.
Can you put it on the side instead of on the bottom?
I put it a little bit too far out.
Okay.
I got better at it the second time when I got an actual and it was a white kit too. I was just illuminating around the cars. All I was doing. I looked like an idiot. But my second kit was a green kit from LEDglow.com. Just shouting them out because they make good stuff. I've got interior kits on the truck and the MX-5. It is not a Miata. It is a Miata.
I like how you don't even make me fight for it anymore. Nice work.
I know. There's no fighting it. I'm just Anyway, cool truck. Check it out. Definitely. It's also got a gooseneck, but the suspension's a little bouncy. And then lastly, someone who pandered to me, so they got on the top list this week. See this? You know what color this is?
Yeah, no, I know what color that is.
Yeah, you know what color this is? The blue.
Yeah.
So easy way to get.
Blue with the aqua green as well. By the way,
it feels like it's pronounced.
That's definitely aqua green, as my kids would say.
So this is actually pretty cool. So what this does is it takes the Hardy sprayers that we've got, not the big one in the back, but the front tank, the regular tank, and then the Vineyard one, which, by the way, I think this is the first Vineyard modified sprayer that we have. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. If I am, please let me know. Wait, I can pander. Pretty sure you already do Legacy. All base game colors and designs, plus extra deco colors and designs and stuff like that. There's some really neat stuff through here, and it definitely makes things easier. And there is unrealistic capacities as well. I don't think speeds have changed. If they have, it's not been much, but check it out.
Edit that with mods anyways, but yeah, that's interesting.
It's fresh to death.
Sorry, what was that?
Fresh to death.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You say so, dude.
I've been told to go to Legacy's page.
Oh boy.
By someone who's learned how to pander to me for the past few years. Yeah, Chuckamenti. Sorry. He's got a whole cow.
It's a big cow barn there.
It's a big cow barn. Looks great.
Old cow barn.
Oh, look at that. That's awesome. What does he have to say about it? New mono slope finally build. Gonna need some new commodity building support.
How many cows are you putting in that thing, Legacy?
Please tell me it's more than 100.
It's like 50, right? It's like 50 probably.
There was a
25.
huge barn that came out this week. It holds 550 cattle.
Yeah.
Well, I say huge. It was a normal size. 550. And then like the next mod in the video was a barn bigger that held like 30. I was like, come on. Can't be doing this. Anyway, so there you go. That's those are your top new.
Nice. Oh, hi. No, we're back.
Making sure that people remember what you look like.
Well, I haven't been here for a while, so fair enough.
Fair enough. 1,000 head.
There you go.
You never update anything. Gotta get you, man. Gotta get you. Now, what if I were to tell you?
You tell me a lot of things. You tell me a lot.
All right. What if you happened to hear?
Happened to hear what?
What happened was some stuff got updated, and it happened to happen when it happened.
A few things have been updated. That I have not been up on. That's for sure.
Well, let's get you on the up and up, my dude. First up, we have East Vineland, New Jersey,
Nice.
USA. And it's got an update that is just absolutely ridiculous.
Huge.
Long. If you want the full one, go to my video, check it out. Pretty much he's reworked a lot of stuff. Everything's back up now. Cracked corn is on the map, so that is there. The sunflower oil pallets are back working again. Rearranged chicken feed to include power food. Also, some other things work now with alfalfa and alfalfa hay, clover hay. They've added a sheep and cow feeds.
So many things. He's got all the things.
Added meadow grass to be planted as well.
Interesting.
Oh, and the starting trailer supports universal auto load for PC. It's so much
It's a pretty cool map as well. I kind of I've toiled around a little bit on this map. I've had a good time with it, but haven't gotten into like a full playthrough of this at all. So I might have to dive into this one a bit more now.
It has gotten a bunch of updates. Plus, I was fortunate enough to have my first conversation with Mac Trucker 921 last week.
Nice.
And he's a very, very cool dude. Next, Green River 22. Yeah, Green River got updated. This is a pretty good update. It's a little bit easier, if I remember right. So
like 10 things, maybe not quite.
Yeah, 1.0. So right through here, I'll highlight this. It's readable. So they fixed pedestrian system, the gate at the biomass plant, fixed the ground in Field 13, fixed the fence. It's now saleable as how they put it, with the main farm and minor fixes. They also reworked forestry near Field 11, 13, 22, and 44. Reworked gravel roads, reworked the grass near the roads, and added a new texture for sidewalk in the town. Very cool.
Simple, straightforward.
Bam. Next
Doesn't
up.
seem like anything crazy, but it'll work.
Speaking of crazy, TLX Phoenix Winterwolf got it updated this week. I got to make sure I go to the right one. Yeah, it's only its first update. Wow. So they've added manure application. Yep, those were the words. Added, enabled, disable engine brakes, so you can turn that off now. That is a standard feature with his trucks. I think he just may have forgotten with this one. Added 2 new engine configurations with a gear switch. You will need those for something else. Added movement to fifth wheel and fix the known issue with towing with a fifth wheel and fix the missing effects.
I need to go through all of his keybinds. I've got something that seems to mess with his keybinds. I don't know what it is, but I always struggle with it.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, I've got a mod.
I mean,
truck looks so good.
I love it. Moving on. Clash Jaguars 695. So this is from EED123. Is it like E or Ed? Or I don't know how to pronounce that. What is 2 E's when the first one's an E? How do you pronounce that?
Eed. Say that. Go with that. I got to be right. I could not be wrong.
So with this one, the update for it, not crazy.
Straightforward. Yeah.
Straightforward. It's just a really cool mod, and it got updated. So I want to put this in front of more people so they'll see it and go get it because it's so cool.
It's definitely it's definitely not something. I don't know if many people do a lot of forage harvesting. It feels like. I don't know. It's bizarre to me. I think it's if you're not in multiplayer, I find it's not really
easy.
Well, it's not necessarily easy, but it's not. It doesn't work quite properly like real world, at least either. The way you do it, right? So it's that's part of it. But this is a very cool mod for sure, nonetheless.
Super cool indeed. So check it out if you want something kind of neat, kind of fun. Check it out. And last update for all platforms this week is the Fiat 190 38 pack from Pepe, and added a 3-axle IT runner version. So we'll jump down here, and you can see right about here.
Like that. That's cool. The one tractor I don't think I've ever used, the Landini.
Haven't used that one a lot. Nope. No. It does have a new version that came out a couple weeks ago, but I think we talked about that too.
Yeah. It's like, the second version of it. We haven't seen it yet.
There's a lot of mod stuff going on, even though it's really not.
Oh, we haven't got to the crazy stuff yet.
No, we're doing PC next.
I know. And there's like the most exciting thing that I think most people have been excited for right at the top there. I'm seeing.
I did put the dirty one at the top. The mod system.
The dirty one.
It is. So it adds dirt as a fill type, which is super, super cool. It adds mud as a fill type. So when it rains, of course, it gets muddy. You could buy this stuff. There's a buy point for it that you can get it from there and put it down and go mudding if you guys want to. Depending on what kind of tires you have, it will sink or not sink, depending. He does say that if you get stuck, he highly recommends you use tracks to get it out. The guy, I believe it's this modder, also made the tow chain. So you can use that. It's all platform mod, but unfortunately this is PC only because it adds a fill type without, warning.
I'm still surprised it was into the mod hub, to be honest, because this does change a lot of things in game. It's interesting to see this in the mod hub. I love it. It's a lot of fun to use. And I'm curious to see what map makers, because he's making it available for maps, right?
Yeah. So Let's see. Yes. I'm not sure where it is. Mappers. Yeah, so mappers will also be able to add an info layer to paint desired mud areas, which will remain dormant unless the mod is used, which is very cool. So in that, it's like, oh, it'll only be there if you use it, but if you don't use the mod, it will only be there. But there's definitely something that you need to know. Now, this used to be a big deal back in Farm Sim 17 and a little bit in 19, where you had special things, and then if you removed them, something bad happened. Also, Raznak's in here. What up, dude? Before removing this mod, you must clear the new fill types. Be sure to empty all tools with dirt and mud, and then use console commands to remove all dirt and mud from the map. Then save the game, and then the mod can be removed and disabled without issues.
Basically, if you're using this mod, don't disable it. Make sure it stays in or out, whatever you're doing. Don't change it mid-game.
Yeah. So might be a good idea to use this on a new save.
Yep.
And see how you like it there. But I mean, it's pretty straightforward on how to get rid of it. He even put the console commands in here, which was super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Viper makes some killer stuff. Moving on. This is something I put in here. Actually, I put this in here because I figured Virtual Farmer would like it. But he's not in here anymore.
No, he's going streaming now.
Yep, I think he's using the crossplay version of this or something very similar to it, the Browen 20-foot trailer. This came out today. 4D modding, who have not done much, but they got this today, so that's good. Get out of here, new menu system. It's cool. It's got a ton of customization options. You can do just about whatever you want to with it. Yep. It is a good looking trailer. I've always been a big fan of the Browen. I don't know how you say it. I just think they're pretty. Moving on.
Keep on trying. You're sounding great.
Yep. What if I told you that you could combine 3 words and make them one for no reason and still make something awesome? Look how big this bucket is.
It's not all about size, DJ.
Yeah, but here it is. 10,000 liters. Bruh.
You know what? I could actually use this. I wonder, like, depends. I guess for wood chips, it's fine. What if you lifted like rock or stone or anything else? And
good luck. So I said in my mod video earlier today that I like this because it is a great mod for somebody who wants to get a job done quick but doesn't want unrealistic mods. It is a stupid large bucket.
It's a big dumper. I'll give you that much.
Thanks, man.
That's what I'm here for. I'm all about it.
Moving on.
Actually, you're the
by the way,
with the dumpers here. Let's be honest.
Trucker Matsy just went live, so don't go watch that. All right, so this this is that.
That's not how you say that.
Yeah, I didn't think it was. Anyway, this is just another really good looking mod. Really good looking mod.
So you've got options for pull behind and and also just wagon style, I guess, right?
Yep. There's 4 trailers in here. And so you don't choose the capacity that you want as a customization option. You choose the customization or you choose the capacity as a version of the trailer.
Okay.
So I like it. It's pretty. And then number 5, I just thought this was cool.
Customizations as well.
Manual wipers.
Yeah, I think is there not an option for this already or no? I think in dev controls, I thought you could do that.
Maybe, but I don't know. This is out, and it came out yesterday, and it didn't get any love.
I know. I like it. I think it's a great idea to be able to have that as another option, another button you can assign.
And it works in multiplayer. It works on dedicated servers, single player. Right. If you're like me and you just like hearing
the one thing I've noticed though, and I haven't messed with this at all, does it make a difference at all, really? No, because rain doesn't build up on your windscreen, so
yeah, it doesn't do anything. It's just cool.
It'd be nice if it was like, at least in American truck sim, if you don't turn your wipers on, like rain gets on your windows, and it's like, this is kind of annoying. I get rid of that rain.
Yeah, I think it's so. Have you ever played Assetto Corsa or any racing game where you can turn on your flashers?
Yes.
But you don't need them for anything, right?
Yes. But it works.
But it works. It's so cool.
So it's in the mod hub because it works.
Yeah. Oh, come on now. All right, and then at least the update that I picked out for PC is going to be the Maze Plus.
Maze Plus, of course.
Yeah, of course. And I don't remember what the change song for it was. 1102. 11.2.
You're loving the Maze Plus still, eh? Still on top of that thing.
Fixed the bug with the mower conditioner, added support for silage additives, and additional foil colors.
There you go.
So not a big deal, but the
Maze
map
Plus
itself.
update. If you're running Maze Plus, go get the update for sure.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of mods that I'm a little bit lost on. I need to go back. I need to sit down and go through some stuff.
You know, the great thing is I made a list for you.
Yeah, you did. I'm gonna have to go look at your list.
Thanks, man. There's been a lot of wrong words in the right order. And I think that's basically all of our stuff. Now we have a new segment today.
Oh, I didn't even know about this.
Yeah. What are your top 10 favorite things about VF?
Number 1 through 10 right now, it's that he is streaming right now. You can go check him out.
Yep. Evidently, they're still waiting on my nuggets. It's been like an hour and a half.
I guess, how many did you get made, Lane? You must have made too many of them. They're like, this can't be a real order.
Yeah, we can't be delivering to the same house twice in one day.
Quick story time. Me and some hockey buddies when I would have been high school back then. We went to a McDonald's drive-thru in a Ford Ranger. 3 of us were in the cab of this little single cab Ford Ranger. We did a McDonald's run and just finished hockey practice. We went through the drive-thru and we decided to go through backwards because that'd be funny.
Oh, I've done that in college. I had a cop pulled up behind me, asked if I was all right.
Yeah, so we backed up and there was some reasoning for it, just because the driver's side window wouldn't roll down. So he's like, well, you order, so you back up, right? Anyways, we ordered, it was 48 cheeseburgers through the drive-thru. They weren't exactly happy with us. We thought it was super funny at the time. I don't know. Anyways,
were you gonna eat them all?
Oh yeah, it was 3 of us.
Yeah,
it's like a dozen cheeseburgers each, right?
That's
a little bit more than that.
A little bit more than that. Yep, that 48. That's
math was not our strong point. Okay,
that's 4 dozen, also known as an idiot's dozen. You've heard of a baker's dozen. 48 is an idiot's dozen.
But
that's
listen,
literally two fortnights in numbers.
In your hockey bag for the next time you're playing too, right?
That's not how that should work.
No, you got your skates. You got like the extra little pockets on the edge of the hockey bag where your skates go. You can always put your burgers down in there with them. That keeps everything good and go. You know, it's great. Or you can always put it, you know what, the best one is like you put it in your bucket, your helmet. You put it right in the bucket there. So like you get your bucket on. You're like, oh, a cheeseburger. You eat the cheeseburger, put your helmet on, and then everything kind of smells like cheeseburger. No? Just me?
I can just imagine you going through on like, hockey practice on like a Monday, and you've got, a match or a game on Saturday, like 6 days later, 5 days later.
Bag of birds.
And then you just hear your buddy, hey, you got any more of those cheeseburgers? I'm really hungry.
I don't understand how they wouldn't go bad. Like well, maybe they were. Like, it could be a thing, but
they're bad before you get them.
Well, that's just it. Like,
that's why you're in pain. So much pain after you.
I never had any pain, but I mean, you didn't want to be near me on the ice. That's for sure. Why does your skates sound like the trots over there? What's going on? That's a weird skating sound you're making.
Gosh.
Every skate.
Oh, there's so much I want to say, but it's so inappropriate. All right, we're gonna knock that off. Yeah, it's just a little food poisoning for later.
Hey,
Tony's got it.
All good, man.
Tony's got it. Goodness gracious. So that's all of our topics. We ran through them pretty quick today, even though we've been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes already.
Oh. I'm trying, Delaney. I need to get my life in order here. I need to get back on the wagon, my friend.
You gonna stream tonight?
I'm gonna try.
Hey,
no promises. If I can figure out where my series are all at and where I can play, I don't know.
Now's a great time to start a new one.
It's always a good time to start a new one. It's like you do two
fine,
episodes of one and you just start a new one.
Dude, jump on New Jersey.
I might actually. I wouldn't mind doing that map.
Do a ultra realistic series where you only use your hands.
I could say something super inappropriate there, and I'm just gonna skip right on by. You guys can use your imaginations.
So that's the Farm Sim show. I think we go off the rails, but hey, where are the rails anyway? The rails just kind of disappear, and we keep going. Have a good time.
They're not around anymore. It's good to be back, though. I'm excited to be back and trying to get back into this. So, anyways, thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks to G Portal for sponsoring the show. Also, Farmer Cup, Brad Coffee down in the description as well. Want to get some coffee? Go check out Farmer Cup's Coffee Ground.
Yep. He does.
I can't remember the name of it. What's the name of it again? Is it listed here? Do you know the name of it?
Definitely in the description, man. We're so good.
I've got 2 bags of it. It's like emergency response coffee or something. I just don't know what the name, the sequence of names he puts them in. But anyways, check it in the description. Great coffee. I really enjoy it. So,
I don't drink much coffee, but mine did not last long.
Boy, I drink a lot of coffee.
Yeah, you do.
By the way, I don't understand Universal Florida and their $4.25 US coffee. Drip coffee. It was like brown sadness.
Yeah.
So I'm paying like 6 something Canadian for like, it wasn't the worst coffee I've ever had, but
right.
Holy.
Where's it on the sadness scale?
I mean, there's, you've got Virtual Farmers streams way up here.
Right. Number 10.
Number that's very, very tippity top. You've got
right here.
You got Trucker Matsy.
Right. He's actually live right now. Both those guys are live right now.
And then you got the brown sadness down a little lower.
Right. So sorry, Matsy. I love you, man.
Love you, Matsy.
Are you doing anything else this weekend, or is it just?
I'm sure there's gonna be something. Tomorrow is a suit. I'm back to my normal work days tomorrow, so don't expect to see me too much this weekend, and then maybe next week we'll get back into our normal schedules. I know you've got lots of stuff.
I was about to say,
you got your usual like 4 videos a day, so.
Do I even need to tell you what my schedule is? I need to tell them. You can close your ears.
Sorry, I wish I had more nuggies to eat while you were talking about all these videos you're releasing.
It's okay. I'm trying to talk Lane on how to cancel a to-go order, so you're fine because it's just not there. So same time as always, Saturday and Sunday, we got the Edgewater videos. We got the last 2 videos in season 2 or series 2 before we start series 3 next weekend, I think. So Edgewater 19 drops tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. Episode 20 drops on Sunday, 9 a.m. Eastern. Then at I think I'm going to move it to 12 tomorrow. We have a first look at Carl Farms Superior End-Dump Trailer Pack. He sent those over today. We're going to take a look at those in a first look video tomorrow. And then 3 hours later, we're doing another first look video on Hispano Modding's Pivot mod. We got our hands on it. We're going to show it off. I've been talking about it, I think, for like a month
awesome
at this point. So it's time to show those. He hit me up. He's like, yo, they're back with Giants. I think it's going to be the time. Do the video. So I got you, Hispano. He didn't word it like that, but that's how I took it. And then Sunday, easy day. We'll just do Edgewater episode 20 and then Farm Sim Show replay.
All right, man. Sounds like a busy weekend.
Yep.
Thousands of videos, all by GoHam.
Yeah. Right.
Anyways, thanks for hanging out, folks. I think we'll see you guys next week. I think we're good next week.
Yeah. Let's see. There is something going on next Friday, though. Today's the 21st. Next Friday, we will have the NFL draft.
Oh, well,
but
that takes care of everything.
Yeah, it's okay. The Panthers traded off literally everything, like the first pick and first round. So we're just gonna get our quarterback and then run back to Charlotte. I think that's it. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good next week, and yeah, we're basically good for forever. Yeah.
All right, if you say so, man.
Yeah, at least for now.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you guys next week if we don't see you before then. Thanks for watching. Go check in on your friends and family, and we will see you guys in the next one. What are you doing?
Just doing motions with my hands while you use your face.
Simpson. Hey. Oh, hey. Look at you. Oh. I missed you. Also, you remember like 2 hours ago when I told you that you were like quiet? Yeah. I realized my headphone volume on the mixer was down. So I used the Go XLR, but I also got a new mixer to use my headphone. You should really worry about yourself more than worrying about everybody else. I'm not saying it was my fault. It was your fault. But, like, I didn't know it was also my fault at the time. Sorry, I can't hear you anymore, sorry. Are you still talking? I'm guessing. Don't you have a song for this? I thought you had, like, a whole song for this song. It's so inappropriate. Just turn the music back up really loud so that people get annoyed and just run away. I'm not deal with this. I'm gonna go watch Mancy or Birds of Farmer and let them know the DJ has got like a top 10 things to do with VF when nobody else is looking, and like it cannot be. Wait, are we still live right now? Uh-oh. Yeah, you probably should not talk so much. That'd be nice. I feel like the last hour and a half, has your mouth really stopped moving? The last hour and a half. That's the whole show. That was 5 minutes before the show started. Well, that's pretty accurate. I mean, it's been non-stop. Do you think have your lips touched each other? Or touched themselves for more than, 30 seconds in the last hour and a half? They're not touching. I can't get it to happen. It's just not happening. Also, you sound like you got an echo. Oh, I don't like that. Is it reverb, maybe? Oh, wait, now I'm in a room. I don't like that. Uh-oh. Echo, no! Echo! Wow. Bye, DJ Bot. Have fun. Go to your batted room.